What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing NBA draft news, and that is the Philadelphia 76ers drafting at number 3, VJ Edgecombe. So, this was where the, analysts and draft analysis and things like that said the draft actually started, right? You look at Flag going number 2. Flag going number 1, Dylan Harper going number 2, and everybody wondering what Philadelphia was going to do at 3. Were they going to go guard? Were they going to go big? Were they going to go wing? Because there were a lot of speculations on what the Philadelphia 76ers wanted to do, even with the team. You look at the combination of George, Maxey and Embiid, and them not being able to play on the floor together as many games last season. You look at the rest of the roster, them losing Jared McCain after he was playing very, very well in the early part of the season. Then his season was railroaded by an injury. But now being in the draft, who were they going to pick? There were a lot of names to consider. Were they going to go Bailey? Were they going to go Edge? Who were the Philadelphia 76ers going to pick? And they decided on VJ. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, why? Now, what I can say personally about this particular player is I don't know why the Philadelphia 76ers picked him. Honestly, this is just me. I do not know why the Philadelphia 76ers picked him. Maybe they know something I don't. Now, I say that because I look at the slew of guards currently, right, that the Philadelphia 76ers have. And Maxey and McCain. Now, I don't know what's the status on them bringing back Quentin Grimes as of yet. But I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm looking at the guard position, and I'm looking at the type of player that they just drafted. And I'm saying to myself, well, maybe they think that here's another guard to man a role off the bench. Because if you're saying, okay, Maxey, you don't know the status of McCain going now. If that was to be said, we don't know the status of Jared McCain coming back going into next season, then I will fully understand it. If you don't know the status of Tyrese Maxey going into next season, I fully understand it. Now, if you are trying to protect your investment with those two players, I fully understand it. Now, I look at the Sixers and I say to myself, you should want to, protect all aspects of your roster, right? And have backup plans because of injuries and things like that. You look at Embiid, you look at Paul George, and that's two of the biggest question marks. But I think VJ is a pretty good guard. I think he's one of those guys that could add a sense of excitement and entertainment to the team. He's a player that he's athletic, so that's a good start, especially when you're playing with guys on the floor who's not as athletic. You look at Tyrese Maxey, he's not really a high flyer. You look at Jared McCain, he's really not a high flyer. Paul George is really not a high flyer, as he can get to the rim and things like that, but he's not a high flyer. So you look at which Edgecombe could be, and I look at the rest of the roster, that is the Philadelphia 76ers, and I think the fit could be well. And again, like I said, this was a pick where nobody knew exactly what the Philadelphia 76ers were going to do. They didn't know if he was going to be picked here. I didn't have him top five pick, actually. I had him going down further in the draft, honestly. But seeing as though what he did last year and how the consensus were speaking about him and what he was able to do, there are many things last year in college at 15 points per game, about 5 rebounds and about 3 assists a game, last year in college. And he was named the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. So one thing I will say is at the next level, he will have to shoot a little better. You know, he shot 43% from the field, and he shot 34% from three, and about 78% from the free throw line. All averages that could, you know, move up at the next level, because freshman at Baylor, you know, not gaudy numbers, but respectable. You know, respectable numbers that could ultimately go up in the future. But being as though I don't know his role or what is going to be with the Philadelphia 76ers, I think VJ could, you know, improve, you know, from the free throw line, especially because if you are going to get to the rim and be down there, you're going to have to take those bumps and possibly get to the free throw line and maybe get some points from there. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how things go for him. I'm interested. I want to see him do well, and I wish him nothing but the best in the future. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, Philadelphia 76er fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. As Astronaut H, this is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.